Hi everybody, this is Ian Lamont, publisher of Easy Genie Archival Quality Charts and Forms. Today I'm going to be talking about the 1870 federal census and how to download free copies from FamilySearch.org. If this video helps, please take a moment to like it and follow me, and let's get started. This is FamilySearch.org. It's a fantastic website for free records. You need to register to use it, but it's easy to create an account. There's no restrictions on that. So once you're registered, you come and you're logged in, you come to this particular page, and what you want to do is you want to click on Search Records. Now, you'll come to this particular page. There's a search window right here. You can start entering names. Don't do that yet. While it's possible to get to the 1870 census using this method, it's much easier if you just go down here where it says Find a Collection and then search for 1870 census. You'll see lots of other censuses, the Denmark census, the Norway census, the Massachusetts federal census mortality schedule. You just want the United States Census 1870. And by the way, this is a very important census record for genealogists. It's the first federal census after the U.S. Civil War, and for the first time, African Americans were included by name in the census if they were from southern states. So that's a huge resource for people researching African American ancestry. What you want to do is in this box, let's say we're looking for Ellen or Ella Jones. And let's say that we know she lived in Massachusetts around this time. So we're searching the 1870 census just in Massachusetts. By the way, I do not recommend putting in the name of the town, even if you think you know it. Sometimes it brings up the wrong results or no results. So just put in the state for now, and let's see what comes up. So 713 results for the U.S. Census in 1870 in Massachusetts. You can see Barnstable, Randolph, Douglas, all these places. Let's just take a look at the first result, Ella J. Jones, and look at the picture. There's a camera icon. Click on that. And you'll be shown an online version of the image. If it looks too small for you, and it does for me, click on this plus icon over here to zoom in, and you can zoom in and see if you can find them. So let's see if we can find Ella Jones here. And I don't see her. So Ella Jones, Nellie Jones. So she's right below the Taylors. Let's see if we can find the Taylors. Interestingly, I do not see her on here. I do see the Taylors. Oh, here they are. Okay. So Jones, Thomas, Ellen, and looks like Nellie. So let's say that this is the right person that you're looking for. I always recommend downloading the image. While you can bookmark it, or you can save it to the FamilySearch source box, or you can attach it to a tree, what you really want to do is download a copy of this so you can look at it later on at your leisure, or you can print it out or whatever. So just click the download icon, and whether you're using a PC or a Mac, you'll be prompted to save it. So let's say I wanted to save it. I'd give it a name and I'd save it. I usually do something like this: 1870 census, Ella Jones. And then if I'm not sure, I might just put maybe. Okay, so then I could look at it later on, and then I would hit save. So we're not going to do that, though. Actually, what I wanted to show you is the advanced search of the 1870 census. Because there's 713 results, that's just too many. So what I'm going to do here is on the right side, you can activate some features to narrow the search on the 1870 census. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that Jones, the last name, matches exactly. I'm not going to check this one off for the first name because Ella, as you may know, that's kind of like a nickname, and it's possible the census enumerator recorded her name as Ellen or something else. So I'm going to leave that blank, but Jones, I know that's her last name. I'm going to keep that. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a birth year. So let's say I don't know the birthplace, but I know she was approximately 30 years old in 1870. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in birth year range. I'm going to type in, so 30 years before 1870 is 1840. Don't do the exact year, because if you're not really sure, it could be a couple years in either direction. So I'm going to do 1835 to 1845. Okay? Massachusetts. The other thing I'm going to do is add a family member. Okay? It could be the spouse, father, mother. Other person is a good way to do this because that could include the It could include the spouse. It could include the mother-in-law. It could include a child. So let's just say there's John in Ella's family. I know that. So now what I'm going to do is click search, and let's see what comes up. Okay, this is great. Only 34 results. So by doing these steps here to reduce the year range, adding John, and then restricting just to Jones, so there's no alternate spellings or other people in there with a different last name, I've reduced the list to 34. And let's say that I'm looking through these results and I say, oh, yes, Ellen Jones, she did live in Salem, Massachusetts. So then I could click on this photo, click on the image, and I could zoom in and determine if this is the right person that I'm looking for. One other thing to keep in mind about the 1870 census are there are these other questions at the top, and these are really important because 1870, it's for the first time they're asking for the citizenship status of male adults. That's one important thing. The other thing I always look at is the place of birth, if I knew they were born in another state or even another country. And then another thing you can check off is whether or not they could read and write. That's one of these other small questions over here. Education. Cannot read, cannot write. So let's say that you know that your ancestor wasn't able to read or write, and I know that for some of my ancestors that they weren't able to do it. This would be checked off. So that's a very useful resource if you're searching for the 1870 U.S. Federal Census. This is Ian Lamont signing off. If this video helped you out, please take a moment to like it or follow this channel. Also, if you go to easygenie.org, that's my website, and you go to blog, I have all kinds of blog posts about genealogy as well as videos about genealogy. If you go to PDF downloads, you'll see there's a digital download, a 5-generation pedigree chart that's completely free. It's a PDF, so you can print it out at home. You can use it as a worksheet. It's a very popular free genealogy PDF. I encourage you to go to easygenie.org to check it out. This is Ian Lamont signing off. Thank you so much for watching.